I'm trying to get with you.
We just look like we're doing Thriller.
Everyone's like, I guess.
Hey guys!
We were getting into it there for a minute.
Happy spring break!
Yeah, happy spring break. I know that the first thing that you want to do on spring break.
Check out your Librarians.
That's right.
Yeah, I know. And if you like my cool, like, Elvis circa Las Vegas glasses here,
Very cool.
Stephanie picked those out for me. You can tell she definitely has, like...
I have an understanding of that stuff.
Totally.
Yeah.
Completely, 100%. Wrapped around that. Yeah, got it. Got it. 100%.
So you might notice that we're here and you're on spring break.
Yeah, so we're here. I guess that's what you're trying to say, right?
Yeah.
Is that we're still here. And we're trying to make the best of it, obviously. But we're still here.
Yep. So we work on spring break.
Yeah. So maybe we should say kind of like, yeah, we work on spring break, but it's not as much. Like, we're only open 8 to 5, Monday through Friday.
And our boss peeks in and says, "What's that I
Excuse
hear?"
me? What is this you talk about? Yeah, so we're working. We're here. The library's open 8 to 5. But we don't have night hours because you guys aren't here.
No one's going to be here at night.
And the other thing is we don't do Saturday, right?
Yeah, no Saturday.
No Saturday this coming Saturday. And then this coming Saturday is also Easter, right?
Sunday's Easter.
That's what I meant.
But we're actually open.
We're open, but we've got like weird hours.
Yeah. And actually, the weird hours are posted on all our social media and on the library webpage. So I can't ever remember them off the top of my head.
I think it opens like 2 maybe instead of 1 or something. I don't know. Anyway, but I'm going to take off my awesome Elvis glasses because I can't see. And I'm going to put on like my real glasses.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do the same thing because...
I refuse to wear 2 pairs of glasses because that's inherently cool.
Oh, look how cool
You look like an old man driving down the road with like yeah, uncool.
Oh, wait,
put your glasses over. There you go.
I have to do this when I see a 3D movie.
Inherently cool. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you can't even tell. Right?
Said the old man. You can't even tell. You can't even tell that I'm inherently uncool. Yes, I know, and I know it. It's happening next to me, and I can't handle it. Okay. So I thought this week is Librarians Gone Mild, right? Yeah. So what happens when we, over the time that you guys aren't here during spring break?
We have a crazy, wild spring break here in the library.
You can tell.
Yeah.
So really the only thing different is that you guys aren't here, which is kind of bummy.
It's kind of boring.
Yeah, like it's really quiet.
Yeah, really quiet.
Okay, but so
listen. See, quiet.
Quiet.
Unusually quiet.
So what did you do today?
Oh my gosh, where do I start? Well, I actually was off yesterday. So.
Yeah, I was here.
Yeah, but you're gonna be off like the rest of the week.
I know, right? That was gonna be my first thing. Let's do Librarians. What we do on spring break? Take vacation.
It is. If we're going to take vacation, it's a lot easier to do it during spring break.
That's a really good point. So it's a lot easier for us to take it during spring break because we're not kind of interrupting the flow of like what happened.
Right. We're definitely not teaching classes because there are no classes happening.
Right. Although I did see a student this morning.
Yeah, and I'm seeing one later this week.
That was insane. I mean,
yeah.
It's great. But like, a student came in for help research over spring break, and I was like,
and I'm meeting with faculty later today.
Yeah, see, that's what we do a lot of during spring break. I already did that this morning. So we do that a lot during spring break. So the faculty pretty much are still here because they got stuff to do, their own projects, stuff for classes, whatever, their own research.
Writing papers.
Yeah. So I met with one this morning about a class that I'm teaching in a week. So we do a lot of that with faculty because they have time.
Right.
Yeah. And
they have time. We have time.
We have time. They have time. It's a good time to meet with faculty. Because they live here. They're not going anywhere. We don't pay them enough to travel.
No. What do you think they're going on vacation?
They're not going anywhere.
They're not going to Jamaica.
No, they're just loading up the kids in the station wagon and going down the road. Like, they're not going anywhere, but that's not true. They go awesome places all the time. And so I did that this morning. You're doing that later in the week. What else do we do in spring break? What do we do?
Well, I'm working on 2 presentations for an upcoming conference.
Yeah, so we do a lot of our own research on spring break. It's a chance for us to kind of catch up with our own professional development and scholarship.
So writing articles, putting together presentations.
I desperately need to finish that.
Reading professional
literature. Reading a lot of literature.
Yeah.
I know for me, it's a good time to catch up on book ordering.
Oh, yeah.
I've been neglecting that.
I'm all caught up, and my people need to send me more orders.
Oh my
or
God.
Beth is going to steal your money.
So people take your money.
Order books.
I don't steal it. I just
Reallocate.
I like, please, sir, may I have some more? And I get more because I spend it. I have like wish lists of thousands of dollars of stuff, so I will spend some money.
She will. It's no
I will
joke.
spend it. It's no joke. Like, no joke. Like, keep your pocket.
Oh! Yes, please order.
Yeah, so our like allocation. What is her technical title? Acquisitions expert.
Yeah, acquisitions queen extraordinaire.
Holder of the credit card.
Yeah.
Cha-ching. She just sent us something that said like, yes, please order.
You can see it in the comments. Yeah.
What she doesn't want is what normally happens, which is like all the orders get put in at one time, which is why I'm trying to catch up this week.
Right.
So I have orders from like all my people that I haven't had a chance to really do because I've been busy, like teaching classes and meeting with students and stuff. So that's what I'm doing this week.
It's good.
It's kind of mind-numbing, but it's kind of fun too.
Yeah,
Spending lots of money that isn't mine.
that is fun. And you get to do a little bit of shopping by figuring out what they need.
It's fun. So we're writing, ordering. What else?
It's also a really good time to work on some of those projects that are not directly related to instruction. Like we've been working on the National Library Week displays.
Other duties as assigned.
Other duties as assigned. But
Yeah.
we probably should have saved the button maker.
Oh my God. Okay, so we have to talk about this button maker. So we ordered a button maker. All cool things coming in the future. But we ordered a button maker for something that's coming, and it took 3 librarians, y'all, like an hour to figure out how to operate this button maker.
Yes, and we successfully jammed it several times.
We also successfully dismantled, like took it apart and put it back together.
What, 3
twice.
times? 2 times? Twice.
I mean, there was some serious like engineering happening, and none of which was the engineering librarian.
And some brute strength as well.
Oh my God, I thought Stephanie was going to stab herself in the leg with it. So she's taking y'all what was it? A pair of scissors, a knife,
both,
stabbing it into the. Oh my God! And I'm over there going like, oh.
Well, this was after every other possible way of retrieving the button back had been tried. So
that's what librarians do on spring break. They risk life and limb
for you,
so you can have cool buttons.
So we can have cool buttons.
I mean, really,
it's really for us. Yeah.
So it's a lot of just other duties at the time, catch-up time, right? So you guys have been working on National Library Week stuff.
Yeah, and we'll be talking about that in a couple of weeks. So we're making some posters. We are, that's what we're working on. Oh, we're doing a display on ebooks. We are, because it's intersecting with the Marx Library's 50th anniversary celebration. So we're looking at how
synergizing.
There's I hate that.
I know, I hate it too. That's why I said
Sorry,
it.
Angela.
That's why I said it.
Yeah. So we're looking at because the ALA theme is libraries lead, so we're looking at the ways in which the Marx Library is a leader.
All the ways.
All the ways. That's right. All
the ways.
So yeah, working on that stuff. I've been working on.
Which is good time to kind of if you're gonna disturb, be noisy, move stuff. Spring break is a good time to do it.
Yeah, it's a good week to do it. So we're going to be tearing down the old March display and putting up our April display.
Something that normally don't do, but that my attention was directed to this morning is I went upstairs to a particular area when I was helping a student, and that whole area was all the books on that whole range were misshelved. It had been really, really heavily used. Mm-hmm. And so, I think people just kind of randomly, put stuff back. And so, which is a no-no. We've talked about this before, but I will PSA again.
Don't shelve your own books.
Prefer that you just dropped them on the floor rather than, stuck them on a shelf somewhere. Because at least somebody would see that they were on the floor and, pick them up and put them in the right place. But what I think has happened is that people are I don't want this book. I thought I did, but I don't. And they're just
Yeah, because we've got a lot of books. So if you just put something back randomly, it might never be found again.
Right, and so I realized that, and so I spent an hour this morning,
That's where you were.
Yeah, and then I got frustrated, and then I went and told Sark to, finish it. Because I was I don't want to do this anymore. I'm not very good at this.
Oh, I also...
Sark's way better at it.
I can't take credit for this, but Circulation laminated a bunch of little cards that are going replacement cards for the computers.
I feel like we rely on circulation for a lot of stuff.
I do some
Did we just
things.
say like circulation and like we were like circulation help me, circulation laminated, circulation? Can you reshelve that whole area because it's a mess? And I spent like 40 minutes and I got tired.
They do all the things that people think librarians do.
Like shelve.
Yeah.
Yeah. They shelve. So they help me with that. They're gonna fix that up. But that's the kind of stuff we do once we break. It's like stuff that like it's a whole lot of like tidying.
Yeah. It's a
Like,
lot of stuff that like falls through the cracks all the rest of the time.
yeah, like this morning I weeded a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Like normally I don't have time to do that, although Angel like pesters me about it. Because I don't have time to spend like an hour going through stuff and being like, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no.
Right.
But it's way easier for me to like do it now that I don't have anywhere to like be in an hour. I just have to be here. Doing weeding.
Doing weeding.
Yeah. Which I need to do so much more of. We won't talk about it. What else do we do?
Answer a lot of emails.
Oh God.
The students aren't here, but they still want help. So they're at home or on the beach or wherever they are, and
Oh my God, I hope they're not on the beach asking for research
I
help.
hope not.
Like I want
but
you to enjoy your spring break.
enjoy it. But it's also kind of catch-up time.
Wonder Weeder, Rescues Reader. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of
Rescues
bad.
readers from Rotten Reading. I need to put that on
That's
your.
very alliterative.
It is. It's nice. I need to
That's
put
a
that on
nice
the superhero
catchphrase.
poster,
Yeah. There's a whole lot of stuff like that. I mean, I feel like all libraries are constantly in a battle to get crap off the shelf.
Oh gosh, that's not even. Yeah.
I mean, it's just. Ooh, and some disciplines more than others,
Mhm.
right? Like I know you in
Oh my
particular.
goodness, some of the stuff that we have is ancient and useless, especially in like communication and psychology. I mean, those are fields in which old stuff gets outdated really, really quickly.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's something that, like, and this is what a lot of time we do during spring break, is we spend a whole lot of time weeding. A lot of us do, and that's because, like, we really want to make an effort, mainly undergraduates, right? Don't stumble upon these older books and think that just because they're in the library, they're solid scholarship,
Right.
right? I mean, we would hope that graduate students and stuff, like maybe, if you're higher in your discipline, or if you're, a graduate student, you're going to recognize that that's not great scholarship. But if you're, you're brand new to psychology, you're like in 200 or whatever,
Right.
and
You might not realize that it's out of date, it's irrelevant.
Yeah.
Theories are no longer considered, valid.
Valid, right?
Yeah.
They've been replaced, and so like that's a constant concern for us, I think.
I found a really great sociology book about the family from 1964.
Yeah, I'm sure that looks very different than the
Right.
family actually
I'm almost
does.
embarrassed to talk about some of the things that were in there.
Well, I found like weeding a couple years ago. I don't even know why I was weeding this random area. I think it was because like it was like, I don't know, who knows. But it was a book about health and weight, which is hilarious. And it had a section in there that was like what your body weight should be for women, but it was based on height, but like your height with 2-inch heels on it. So yeah, hilarious. It was from like 1968. And I was like, so wait, it's not your actual height, it's your height in 2-inch heels? Like as if
so
that's
do I
like,
get to adjust my BMI with 2 extra inches?
yeah, but I was like, but
Why?
Why?
That doesn't make any
It doesn't
sense.
make any sense. But I was just like, okay, so yeah, probably should not be using this as
High
like.
heels don't affect your like.
Well, I think it was supposed to. I think what it was arguing is like you could carry weight a little bit better. I mean, it's 1968, but like you can carry better. I mean, I don't know, like
You look better.
you'll look better in 2-inch heels. And I was like, what if you're a kitten heel wearer and you don't own 2-inch heels? I mean, I was just like, this is insane. So that's the
Wow.
kind of stuff that you could stumble.
That's incredible.
I mean, hopefully, yeah. And of course, it was all based on like the measurement of the wrist too. So there was like it was 3 categories. It was like small bones, medium-sized bones, literally big bones. And I was like, oh, I'm definitely in the big boned category.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and the weights were very troubling. But anyway, it also gave suggested diet. And every single meal included black coffee.
Of course.
Like, because apparently you just like an
There's no better diet aid.
black coffee and meth. I mean, I was like, this is insane.
It's spring break. You should have known the conversation was going.
It was going to deteriorate into like black coffee and meth, but hopefully none of which anybody's doing over spring break. I mean, lots of black coffee.
Black coffee's cool.
No meth. But yeah, I was like, wow. 1968, we probably don't want to take your diet advice anymore.
No, that's terrible.
Yeah. But so that's the kind of stuff we were making an effort during spring break to remove from the shelf if we already have not. Scary.
Ooh, wow.
What else do we do?
What am I working on? I mentioned that I'm working on an article.
Yeah, that's a big thing that we do over the
Yeah.
breaks. Because I feel like that's one of those things that gets like relegated to like never gonna get to during the semester.
No.
I mean, you just
It's definitely deprioritized. Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
And doing research for yourself, which is cool, kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's also kind of weird too. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now I have to develop my own.
What?
strategy.
I have to develop my own. I have to develop my own like art. Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think about it that way, but yeah. Library research. And it's really kind of frustrating because you're like when you're. I think as a librarian, I get like really into the research part and not so much the writing part.
Yeah, I have that problem.
And I have to be like, okay, cut yourself off.
That's been the problem. I have a ton of research now.
Yeah, and now you're
Just
like,
like,
ooh,
I guess I should
start writing it.
Start writing this thing. Yeah.
Yeah, the problem with it.
So what else are we doing?
Black coffee and meth? No. What else are we doing?
Do coffee?
Yeah. I pretty much think that kind of covers what we do during spring break.
It doesn't sound like very much, but those things are pretty intensive and time consuming.
Yeah. So I mean, like, and it's really just it's things that are hard for us as librarians to do, either because of time or like the physical nature of weeding.
Right.
It can be kind of like.
Or like those little cards I was talking about. I've actually got to go like tape them onto every single computer.
Yes, and nobody wants to do that. Like when y'all are sitting there trying to use the computer,
Right.
like excuse us.
Don't mind me.
Yeah, I mean, and nobody wants to be weeding when you guys like slamming books onto carts when you guys are trying to study.
Rolling around the creaky wheels.
Yeah.
And I always seem to get the cart with the creakiest wheels.
Yeah, or like things like weeding, which are just they're kind of like ordering, which are just they're not like intensely complicated intellectually,
Right.
but it's just a matter of like carving out the 3 hours to get it done.
Right. And it's not something that you can do like alongside something else.
Oh my god, and like going through all those choice cards.
The choice cards.
So I don't know about you. So okay, so little librarian knowledge. So new books, right? New academic titles, when they get published, they often get reviewed if they're, part of the whole like scholastic contribution scholarship. They get reviewed in this publication called Choice, right? And they get reviewed by subject experts. Well, Choice puts out these little cards. They're like 3.5 by 5,
Yeah.
right? And they come in subject areas, and we get them, I think, monthly, right?
Monthly, yeah, they're organized.
I never go through them monthly. I go through them when they literally, you cannot see over my desk anymore because the choice cards are like piled up in this basket, which is insane.
I haven't looked at any this year.
I did. I went through mine yesterday.
I'm going to have to add that to my list.
I went through mine yesterday. So we go through them and then we read them and we decide like, oh yeah, that's something we want to add to the collection or something we don't want to add to the collection. So it's kind of a cool way of seeing new titles and then like whether or not they give a review. So
Right,
like recommended and then for what populations, like
Yeah.
graduate faculty.
Or not recommended.
Yeah, which you sometimes see and you're like, oop.
Yep.
Yeah,
it sounds horrible, but I enjoy reading a
I do
scathing review.
I do too. I'm like, well, this person did
Ooh.
not like this one.
Ouch.
I'm like, I'm glad I'm not Theodore. Like, whatever. So that's something I spent like hours yesterday reading through my choice cards because I had months and months and months and months of all my disciplines. So you can imagine like the amount. I had a lot to go through.
Yeah.
And every time Mike comes along when he's our little choice card giver, I'm like, oh, you stop bringing me choice cards. But I do like buying, so that's fun. I just have to go through them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because I have piles.
Sorry, you get to add that to your to-do
Piles
list.
of them.
Something we also do during spring break, which at least I'm thinking about doing, is planning for the summer. Planning for the next big break, right? Because we're less busy during the summer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we do have summer classes, but they're not
as many.
Not as many. And a lot of those like research-intensive courses don't get taught over the summer because they're abbreviated, right? So I'm already thinking about planning for
We've
the
got
summer.
a few big projects coming up that we've got to take care of this summer.
Yeah, so I was putting those in my little bullet journal today, and I was like, oh god, that's coming. It's coming for us. And then we take vacation. So, bye guys. Have a nice last year spring break. I'm out of here. All right. So that's Librarians Gone Mild. So it is pretty mild.
It's pretty mild.
But always fun.
Yeah.
So what are we doing next week?
Next week?
Isn't that?
It's not National Library Week.
It's not?
No, next week is the week of the 2nd. The next week is National Library Week.
how many more weeks do we have this semester?
Too many.
Oh my god, I thought we only had 2 weeks.
No. And then we've got save the files after that.
Yes, that's gonna be fun.
And then final exams.
Oh, so we've got 3 weeks?
3 weeks.
And we got 4 weeks if you include final exams.
That's right.
Oh god.
So we gotta come up with something cool for next week.
Yeah, so you guys give us a suggestion what you want to talk about for next week. Because we've got something for like the last, I got like my tag, it's new.
Never been used.
Obviously. We've got stuff for the last weeks, but we might need something to talk about next week. So what do y'all guys want to know?
Yeah, let us know what you want to learn.
Yeah.
You got questions about?
If you want to know more about, like, I don't know, we talked a little bit about the ordering process today. So if you want to know more about,
Oh yeah, that could be
that
fun.
might be kind of fun to talk about, like, how we make
our collection development process.
and how we make choices.
Yeah.
That actually might be kind of fun to talk about. I don't know if students are interested, but you should be, because it makes a big difference what we choose to go on the shelf.
Yeah, and what you're learning in your classes has a big impact on what we're choosing for the library.
Yes, if we're doing our job well, which
The
we hope we
ultimate
are.
impact.
Yeah, like, ultimate.
So we're not just buying stuff we think is cool. We're buying stuff that's for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, for sure. Yeah, but that would be something fun to talk about. Like,
Yeah.
out of our own, like, philosophy about ordering.
That sounds good to me.
Well, that's what we'll, yeah, okay, so we'll talk about that next week.
Thanks for the great suggestion,
Yeah, you
guys.
guys did a great job. Okay.
All right, so
Wait, what are we doing? Okay, we're wrapping it up.
we're wrapping up, aren't we?
Okay, I'm going back to suspicious minds here. Okay.
Very much. Very much.
I know, right? Like,
No, we do need to do the beach stand.
I know. All right, that's my best Elvis. That's all I got.
Very good.
Thank
very
you. All right, okay. So,
good. All right, so before things get any more out of control,
really weird.
we want to keep things mild.
That happens after the live. Okay, all right.
You know, we actually have a bunch of people watching today.
I know
so-
it's bizarre. It's probably all people in the library though. Like, what are those weirdos doing? I don't
Yeah.
know. I just keep thinking every time I think about Elvis, like I think about that. It's so weird. But I think about that scene from Forrest Gump where Elvis is like he's at his house and he's like, "Show me that dance again." Like, I just think about that. And you know whose voice I think that's no, shoot, I can't remember his name. But anyway, it's like oh man, I remember it's somebody's famous voice. And he was mad that, like, the actor was kind of pissed that he didn't get, that nobody recognized him.
Ah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'll have to put it in the comments.
Yeah.
I remember.
There's an excellent comment for the only thing I think we'll be putting in the comments for today.
Hunka burning love.
Yeah.
Show me that dance again.
Yes, in indirect support of curriculum, of course.
Well, and the Elvis 1969 special where he's
That's
in
right.
that, like, black leather suit. That's my favorite Elvis. Like, everybody's got a favorite Elvis. That's my favorite Elvis. It's before Fat Vegas Elvis.
Yeah.
It's before this Elvis and after, like, Teenage Heartthrob
Beth is
Elvis.
a huge Elvis fan, by the way.
Huge. I mean, like, what do we mean by huge?
You said you were.
Yes.
You said you preferred Elvis to the Beatles.
I do.
Which makes you a huge Elvis fan.
I mean, that's probably
because
sacrilege,
everybody
right?
knows the Beatles are better than Elvis.
So Elvis, like, defined rock and roll.
No, Buddy Holly defined rock and roll.
Ooh, I would debate that.
Oh,
okay.
All right.
So, anyway,
That's not.
I'm a okay. No, so I guess I'm a huge Elvis fan. I don't know, but the 1969 comeback
She's a bigger
special
fan than I am.
is my favorite Elvis. Way better, because that's the Suspicious Minds Elvis.
I don't have a favorite Elvis, so I guess that makes you a bigger fan than me.
Everybody should have a favorite Elvis.
Let me consider it.
It's the Jailhouse Rock Elvis. No one likes that one. He's like such a tween. He's like a tween in that one. Like, he's just 9 years old and he's figuring himself out and he's still real thin.
Look, we got more audience.
It's because I'm talking about Elvis.
Yeah,
That's what it
obviously.
is. I like my Elvis a little bit thicker, but not way thick. Not like uppers and downers thicker. Like, not peanut butter and banana sandwich thicker. Mid-range thick. Anyway.
All right, on that note.
You guys know more about me than you should ever know now.
We have completely derailed. This is what librarians
Social
do.
media. Okay. Now I'm mortified.
It's not the worst thing that's been said during Facebook Live.
That's very true.
I mean, it's definitely up there, but.
Probably. All right.
All right, y'all. Thanks for bearing with us. It's tough, man.
So, you can follow us on Instagram.
Right. We never introduced ourselves in this.
Oh, I don't want anyone to know who I am now.
So just as well. All right, so social media stuff, because I know you want more of this. We are, so like us on Facebook, you're already here. Click the little thumbs up. Please do not unlike us because of today.
It's not always like this.
No.
I mean, I always talk about Elvis.
There's always an Elvis moment.
Yeah.
No, not really. Though we should maybe work that in. All right, so she's
Like a cameo, like Hitchcock showed up in all of his movies, like
Right.
Elvis shows up somewhere.
Yeah.
Oliver, yeah.
All right,
We'll try to figure that out.
are you done with the
Yeah, I'm
the hips?
Mhm.
Okay. I knew she wasn't done. Okay. We are also on Instagram as marx.library. We are on YouTube as Marx Library Live, and we are on Twitter as USA_library.
Yes. So follow us for all our shenanigans.
Yes, if you want to see more librarians,
Gone mild. Yeah. And I will definitely drop that comment of who is Elvis's voice in Forrest Gump
Excellent.
in the comments, because I'm going to go look it up.
So maybe they'll at least have learned one thing from this.
Yes.
Yeah.
For when that like Jeopardy/HQ question
That's
shows
right.
up, you'll know the answer to that one. It's the guy from Overboard, the movie with Goldie Hawn.
Mm-hmm.
It's him.
I can't remember the name.
Yeah, he's famous. I mean, whatever. Okay. Bye, guys.
All right. Have
See
a
ya.
great spring break. Bye, everyone.